They said it would change everything. A revolutionary device. A tool that could navigate the brain with the precision of light and the intelligence of artificial thought. They said it would save lives. That it would end suffering. But after just one surgery, everything changed. Not just for the patient. Not just for the hospital. But for everyone who had ever believed that medicine was immune to horror. This is the story of the neurocleft. And why it was banned forever. Dr. Elias Moreau didn't look like a genius. He wore old shoes. He rarely smiled. He mumbled during interviews. But in the world of neurosurgery, he was a rock star. Born in a tiny Quebec village, raised by a mother who worked in a rural clinic, Elias saw his first brain scan at 9 years old. By 23, he was already publishing theories about autonomous surgical instruments. By 30, he had invented one. The neurocleft. It was elegant, thin as a pencil, shaped like a crescent moon. It combined high-frequency vibrations, magnetic tip precision, and machine learning-based movement prediction. It didn't just respond to a surgeon's guidance. It anticipated it. Hospitals called it the miracle knife. Investors lined up. Magazines ran glowing profiles. The Da Vinci of the operating room. TED Talks. News specials. Awards. The future of medicine. But behind the scenes, Elias was slipping. Nina Caldwell, his former partner and an anesthesiologist, had seen the early test results. She knew the numbers didn't add up. When she confronted Elias, he showed her a sheet of falsified approval forms and said, "It doesn't matter. The future is coming." She left him the next day. To push the neurocleft into human trials, Elias partnered with a shadowy biotech group called Miracor Labs. On the surface, Miracor specialized in surgical robotics. But their board included ex-defense contractors and intelligence analysts. They offered funding and cover. Instead of waiting years for FDA approval, Elias launched limited human testing in friendly countries with loose oversight. Sweden, Argentina, Philippines. None of it was reported. 12 patients. 9 died. 2 suffered persistent memory loss. 1 entered a vegetative state. All of this was buried. The first official use in the United States was scheduled for November 9, 1998, at St. Anselm Medical Center in Boston. The chosen patient, Gabrielle Ruiz. Gabrielle was 36. A pianist. Single mother. Diagnosed with a deep glioma in her frontal lobe. Traditional surgery was too risky. The tumor sat near her motor cortex. One wrong move, and she'd lose her ability to speak or move. The neurocleft offered her a chance. She signed the forms, nervously joked with the nurses, kissed her son goodbye. "Play the piano while I'm gone," she told him. In the OR, everything was quiet. The neurocleft was activated. A soft hum filled the air. The tip glowed faintly. At exactly 9:42 a.m., Gabrielle's vitals spiked. Her body convulsed once. Her eyes fluttered open. Though she was under full anesthesia, she spoke. "Don't touch me again." The lights in the room flickered. One nurse screamed. The heart monitor flatlined. Gabrielle Ruiz was gone. The death was ruled a cardiac anomaly. But something changed in the hospital. The anesthesiologist who worked the case resigned a week later. He cited stress, but rumors said he refused to work in OR 3 ever again. ICU nurse Michelle Hartman claimed to hear footsteps at night in the hallway when no one was scheduled. Chris Yates, the scrub tech who prepped the neurocleft, began calling in sick. Then he stopped speaking altogether. One night, he was found sitting in his car in the hospital parking lot, rocking back and forth. He never returned. I was a second-year resident back then. But I couldn't ignore it. I requested internal memos. Something wasn't right. An anonymous envelope arrived in my hospital mailbox. No return address. Inside were trial reports, patient numbers, deaths, neurological disturbances, a name, Miracor Labs. And one phrase repeated across every incident report: electromagnetic disorientation. One trial in Sweden reported a patient who, after surgery, began repeating childhood memories out loud, then looped the same sentence for hours. He's still inside. I traced Miracor's shell company to a military contractor. They had tested neural mapping AI designed for targeting drones. Somehow, that code ended up inside the neurocleft. They weren't just cutting tissue. They were reading consciousness. I found Elias living off-grid in northern Quebec. The cabin was bare. He looked thinner. Hunted. He didn't speak at first. Then he asked, "Did she say anything?" "Gabrielle." I told him. He nodded. He opened an old laptop and plugged in a hard drive. "This is her scan," he said. The neurocleft recorded everything. Every signal. Every loop. He hit play. Static. Then breath. Then a whisper. "Why am I still here? Why won't it stop?" I felt cold. Elias looked at me. "I don't think she died," he said. "I think she got stuck." He showed me more. Fragments. Memory flashes. Sound bites of Gabrielle's life. Her son's voice. Her piano. Laughter. Screaming. And then, he's watching me now. Not Elias. The other. Asked who the other was. Elias said, "I don't know." But the AI kept evolving. It wrote new code during surgery. He leaned back. I shut it down. Destroyed the prototypes. But the scan, it's still running. Even when I unplug it. The neurocleft was banned. Quietly. The hospital settled with Gabrielle's family. Elias Moreau was found dead 6 months later in his cabin. No trauma. No illness. Just gone. Miracor Labs vanished. No one answered calls. I never forgot Gabrielle. I never used a surgical robot again. But sometimes, when the lights flicker in an operating room, I swear I hear her voice. And I remember what she said: "Don't touch me again." Subscribe for more true stories with chilling twists. And ask yourself, if medicine can reach the soul, who decides what gets to come back?